Oh my gosh, sorry. I know it feels like all I'm going to do is just like cuss, but you know what? We need to talk about this. I've noticed a bit of a trend on LinkedIn. So, this is, if you're not on LinkedIn, you can just ignore this message. But there is a bit of a trend because black is trending. And a lot of people have recognized that, to be honest, if you are exclusively talking about either Black Lives Matter, if you're talking about eradicating inequality, if you're talking about anti-racism, if you're talking about privilege, if you're talking about white privilege, if you're talking about white supremacy, if you're talking about like black, then what they've realized is, to some extent, you will get a higher level of engagement if you can also show that you're for the movement and you're like pro-black as well. And how that manifests itself is people have started doing this whole, I am learning so much from these three people, and they go and cite like three people who were known for sharing prolifically around their thoughts and opinions on the black experience right about now. So they tag like three people. Then they say, like, if there's anybody else that you think I should be listening to or paying attention because I'm here to learn and I want to do better, can you go and tag, three more people? Just let me know. And what happens is this spreads like wildfire. Because my name has been tagged in so much, like, doop, 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 doop. Now, I don't have an issue if for somebody to say, do you know what, they're like recognizing and appreciating the work that I do via my videos and, the stuff that I post. I've got no problem with that. But what I have a real issue with is those individuals who are posting. One is it's performative allyship, basically. So they're trying to demonstrate that for the movement, but they're really not. And two, what they're doing is they're capitalizing on the moment when there are so many people who are trying to raise their profile in this space, particularly people who have been talking about racism, or they're like anti-racist experts for years, or they're D&I people for years, and they've been trying to raise their profile and they can't even get above like 1,000 followers, and they're thinking to themselves, oh my god, this is like a great way, so it's great that I'm being tagged. But what they're not doing is they're not paying attention to the motives behind the people that are tagging, or the people that are like posting the posts. Do you know what I mean? Because then genuine people who go, no, I'm genuinely engaging with this person, this person, this person, they go and tag four more people. Then if I'm tagged, I go in and I go, no, you're missing. Like, what about this person, this person, this person that I'm paying attention to? And then I go and tag three more people and they do the same thing, and so on and so forth. So somebody can quickly grow their network, quickly grow their follow count, quickly grow their profile views just by doing this one thing. And when I tell you like how massive it can be in terms of the opportunity, you're talking about, in the space of a few days, you can pretty much grow your followers by 1,000 just by doing this one particular tactic. Now, I've done everything the hard way, which means, like I've just been like, hi, would you like to connect? Or some people have connected with me. But even for me, I've grown my profile numbers by about 5,000 people in the space of 2 months. Like, it's crazy. So I know that people will see an opportunity. And what I don't like it is because when I look at these same individuals that are posting, and invariably, it's not always the case, because it's not always just white people, actually. That's why I'm not even saying it, because it isn't just white people, trust me. There's also black people who are also not for the movement. And when you see all of this stuff, before I would even go in and even remove the tag or remove the mention, I go in to have a look at their profile and I want to see what they've said and what they've been doing consistently in this space to make me think this is genuine. If they've just come out of nowhere, so the day before yesterday, they're talking about, LinkedIn visibility, or they're talking about how to grow your followers, or they're talking about sales leads, or they're talking about, how to get your first HR clients, or they're talking about how to live your best life, or it's a woman entrepreneur talking about how she made her first 600,000 in 2 months of trading and all that bullshit. And this is the first time that they're coming with this, and I cannot see that they've engaged or they've commented with anybody else who's doing anything substantial in this place. That's when I know they're doing it for clout. That's when I know it's about performative allyship. That's when I know. So, and I'm saying this because it's not going to stop people from doing it, because, as I said, black is trending. So everybody's like trying to jump on, knowing that they can go and list. And I can see the difference between those that are genuine. And also the giveaway is, usually, so, your name is mentioned, then they connect with you. And then you never see them again, meaning you never see them interacting with anybody else's black content. They're literally, the day after, they've gone back to selling whatever it is they're selling. But when you look at how their follower count has grown, that's exactly what they're using it for. And at first it was like one or two people, but now I'm starting to see, particularly people who have open for work. So they're using it as an opportunity to show that they're for the movement, but they're not really. Because if you do it one time, it's a bit like those individuals that posted the black square on Instagram. There's like loads of that going on. Oh my God, I stand, and have done Sweet FA since. Like, I don't wrong you for doing Sweet FA, but I do wrong you for trying to pretend that you care, because posting or doing one post or saying that you're following 3 black women or 3 black men or 2 brown men, 2 Latinos, to whatever, doesn't make you for the movement. It doesn't make you credible. So the reason why I'm saying this is I'm saying, look, before anybody gets carried away by the fact that your name is being tagged, and or before anybody tags anybody else. So like, I pay very close attention. If I'm going to tag anybody that I rate, I pay very close attention to whose profile I'm tagging on. I want to see what they're up to. I want to see what they're doing in this space. I want to see their views. I want to see their opinions. I can get all of that in 5 minutes just from scrolling through. So it's not an extensive process. But only then will I put somebody else's name on. I'm not just going to do it willy-nilly because they've gone for the whole, And I know some people will say, well, do you know what? Better your name rather than somebody else. And I'm a bit like, no, but I don't want people who were just here for a minute, because when we're still talking about this, when we as black people are still living with day-to-day racism, and we're living with the fact that there are a lot of white people who are scared and hysterical right now because they think like we're taking over the world. So when they're now clamping down on opportunities or pretending performative actions, and they're pretending like they are committed to being anti-racist and they're doing all of these things, but behind the closed doors, they are making the real decisions, which firmly keeps us on the other side of the door. We will still be talking about this, and everybody else will have gone back to what they were doing before, selling shit, promising people LinkedIn visibility, promising people a job, promising people all of this stuff. Now, I'm not saying what they're doing is not of value, but I question who they are if they only post this one post and then you never see anything else for like the next few weeks. So just go and check. Do you know what I mean? If you think like, Shane, you're being really unfair and really out of order, well, possibly, maybe I am, but you know what? I can smell bullshit a mile off. So just go and have a look. So where you've been tagged or where you've tagged other people, just go back and have a look now, retrospective look at the profile. Because I do, and even if I get a bit carried away, because when you get like so many connections, you just go, yeah, unless somebody looks like crazy. When I've got a little minute, I'm sitting here in a field, I just go back through and just go, let me just go back. And if I think that this is performative, I will remove them as a connection. I don't even challenge anything. I'm not like, I don't expect people to explain themselves. I will judge based on what I see. Oh, God, guys, I know. But, this is what happens when, there's like people acting all sorts of crazy out here on these streets, which means it gives me fodder for things to talk about. But this is one trend I'm seeing more and more of. I'm pretty much getting tagged every day, and I'm questioning the tactics of the people who are writing the captions, not the people who are tagging me. So this is, I'm not coming for you before you're thinking, oh my God, I thought, no, it's not for you. It's about the people who are the ones going it in the first place. Some people are genuine, and you can see that, very credible, they're in HR, they're doing whatever else it is, but there are a lot of people who are not. So we have to be vigilant. All right, I think that's enough moaning. I wasn't going to do my third video, but I think I'm so hyped. I think I might need to I might just take a little rest before I'm like having everybody like staging a revolution. I'll be like, yeah, calling out the bullshit, woo! But yeah, I needed to get that off my chest. So now that I've done that, and then I've also done the bit about employer branding and all of that more performative bullshit. Now is the time for honesty and transparency, and people need to come correct, whether you're an individual running about on LinkedIn trying to grow your profile, or whether you're an organisation trying to show the world that you're diverse and you care about inclusion and you care about etc. etc. This is the time for everyone to come correct. Thank you as always for listening, and hopefully I'll be like more chilled tomorrow, but I can't make any promises. You know how it is.